What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, get up. Early bird gets the worm. Let's go get that money, man. 5:30 in the morning over there. Today, I'm going to talk about the life death storyline and how I believe that it hurt her in the long run of the storytelling in X-Men 97. So this is going to probably be a little controversial because we praised X-Men 97. X-Men 97 was good. Not taking anything away from X-Men 97. So don't get it twisted. But I believe that some stuff did fall kind of flat. You know what I mean? And I'm going to say why I believe that storyline hurt Storm. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you kind of already know what it is for. You already know what I do. The real question is, now this storyline uh comes at a point from um from the CBR. It's not, it was a CBR. Give me just because I just had it. I literally, don't you hate that? You have something, you're looking at it, and now it's gone. Now you gotta find it. Okay. It wasn't CBR. Hold on. Because now, hold on. I'm going to have to try to refind it now. But it was a story. And now it's getting overshadowed by all this stuff from yesterday's storyline. That is so. Oh, I hate when that does that. I legitimately hate when it does that. So these stories pop up normally 9 times out of 10 on my iPhone, and especially when I go into um my not my history, but it's from Cinema Blend. I found it, but when if you go on Google, it normally pops up all the stuff that you've been looking for anyway. So I found it, and they were talking about how they believe that the life death storyline should have been longer in season one. And I'm coming from the point of I believe life death kind of hurt her, and and I'm going to get into why I think that. Before I get into that, let me go ahead and shout out to everybody that's in the comment section right now. Frankenstein's, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tracy Woods is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Fahim Carter is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Groovy Fee is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Robin D, the admin, what is up? Good morning to you. And she sent me some really great articles that I might do in separate videos today, but uh really great videos about what's upcoming on the superhero market. Priscilla is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Selena is in here. Good morning, good morning. And Erica Dixon is up in here. Good morning, good morning. My sister Erica is up in here. Um, what I want to do first is I want to go over this story and you know kind of fill out what they mean by they wish the story was longer, and then I'm going to go into just certain things that I feel like the way that I looked at X-Men 97 and why I think that again that storyline really hurt Storm. um I believe they set her up absolutely wonderful, and then there's some other stuff I'm like, yeah, just from Storm. Um, Andrea Ward, good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, Andrea? But you know, when I look at overall, this is so I'm gonna give you my philosophy before I go any further. When I look at overall storytelling, right? When I look at it from a storytelling point of view, there is an emotional connection through the story's journey that makes me feel a certain way about a character. So I give you an example. Because this is my favorite character. Oh, let's just go because I got my Ninja Turtles on. Let's talk about Turtles. So the story of the Ninja Turtles is kind of tragic when you look at Splinter, the pet rat, and you look at the pet rat and you find out that his master was part of the Shadow Clan, the Foot, but these Shadow Warriors that he was with, one of them got jealous, which was a Nagi. In the comics, it's a Nagi who got jealous of Oroku Saki and ended up killing Tang Shin, which it was the love of Hamato Yoshi's life, and Splinter as a rat saw that, you know what I mean? And, when the Foot came about in New York, it was ran by Oroku Saki, which was Oroku Nagi's brother. And once the turtle got hit with the mutagen, they got old enough to be able to fight. He really found vengeance to be able to, to get redemption for the loss of his master. Really, the Ninja Turtles were psychopathic murderers in the comics, but there's a journey that goes along with that, and you find out their journey, and that story. You're like, damn, what happened to Splinter's master was kind of jacked up. You know what I mean? And in that culture, they found vengeance. The fall of my master. I'm coming. Somebody gonna come back and get you. And they were on the mission, like seriously, to murder Shredder. It was crazy. You know what I mean? And it's good too. It's really good. Those those first Mirage comics, really good stuff. You know what I mean? Very more, late teens, early adult type of comics. You know what I mean? Graphic. So, but you go through a journey, you kind of understand. To me, when Storm comes, at the beginning, Storm is a badass. She's an Omega level mutant. She's doing everything possible to show that she's a badass, right? Then they take away her powers. The second episode. And then she's dormant. Like literally dormant for damn near the whole entire series. Yes, she falls in love with Forge and all of that. But then did you ever notice that it still wasn't defined in the storytelling, why Forge, made a weapon like that and how it could be reversed if he's supposed to be technologically sound to be able to reverse engineer. There was still no telling why was he hanging with Bastion in that professor when he was in the military. Like what, that story was untold. So it's like she fell in love with this dude, but this dude still got secrets that has not been told. And yes, could we hear a lot of that story in season 2? Yeah, but now that you got him time displaced, how does that story come back and we know anything more further about that story, right? When they could have just told the story right then and there why Forge was with Bastion and the scientists and what kind of deal that he made out with Bastion. I don't care about the love. I care about the hidden stuff in the background that literally affected Storm in the story. Yes, she took away her. They took away her powers for her to come back lackluster. To me, now I could be wrong. This is a hot take. I say this might be a little controversial, but to me, when she came back, they gave more shine to the Phoenix Force. They gave more shine to Cyclops, which he been killing it all season. He needed that. But to me, Storm fell flat. So I'm gonna just give y'all that. That's just the way that I perceived it. I believe Storm fell flat in X-Men 97, but I'm going into this story about how they how they wish, or if they wanted the life death storyline to be longer. So give me a second. Let me share my screen real quick. Um and forgive me, uh I had a little what's up, Mo? I see you up in here. What's up, Puma Lee? What's up? What's up? And I had a little stomach issues, but forgive me. But X-Men 97's director shared with us why they wish Storm and Forge's life death storyline could have been longer. All right, X-Men 97's season one, fourth and sixth episode saw one of the best Disney Plus shows adapting the life death storyline amidst other stories taking place in this corner of the Marvel universe. After losing her weather manipulating abilities and mutant liberation begins, Storm met Forge, who offered to help her regain her lost mutant gift. Excuse me. Though this was complicated by the arrival of a demon known as the Adversary. While this portion of X-Men 97 ended on a happy note, director Emmy Emmett Yonomura and Chase Connolly shared with Cinema Blend why they wish their version of Life Death could have been longer. Following the X-Men 97 season one finale airing on Disney Plus, subscribers, which included things like Gates McFadden voice Mother Oskani and the mystery concerning Wolverine Storm and Morph's whereabouts, I chatted with Yanamura and Conley, who switched back and forth between directing this season episode, with the exception of the debut episode, which was handled by head director Jake Castorina. Among the questions I asked them was if there any comic book storylines adaptation they were proud of or wish they gotten more time. And Yonamura started off by saying, "Oh man, that's a hard one because there's so many. Because I love living in an emotional and seeing characters, especially process their own trauma. I do wish we got to live with Storm and Forge just for a little bit longer because that storyline is just so amazing and it's so rich. I also understand that even the original series worked as a breakneck pace from establishing shots just going through to the plot lines that we're recovering. There's a part of me that wishes we could have almost slowed down every storyline we had. I also don't know that it would have served us necessarily, but I think for me, I would have loved just to have seen a little bit more Storm and Forge because I just love them as a couple too. I would have loved to see how that blossomed a little bit more. All right. So the original Life Death unfolded in the pages of Uncanny X-Men number 181 through 188. And the mix in Storm and Forge love story and their conflict, the adversary, with Senator Robert Kelly proposing the Mutant Control Act, the creation of Project Wide, and the search for the fugitive rogue in Rachel Summers being introduced. But as far as the Storm and Forge aspect goes, even though Emmett Yonomura didn't direct either of Life Death episodes, they still would have liked to see more of these two being paired together. Although ultimately acknowledged that there was just wasn't the real estate to do. After all, X-Men 97's first season consisted of just 10 episodes, whereas up until its final season, X-Men animated series, one of the best animated TV shows of all time, had seasons ranging from 13 to 21 episodes. Chase Conley agreed that his fellow X-Men director, noting that while there were other episodes that constituted his favorite, and he was ultimately felt that the adaptation they ended up with, he still would have welcomed getting to expand Life Death in his words. I say the same exactly. Actually, I love the Life Death story. I think it was great. I also echo the same sentiment of like, I don't know if it would have served us in a 10 episode season with all of the stuff that we covered because we covered a lot. But I could say that about a lot. The Trial of Magneto was probably my favorite because I think it was nice and self-contained and it had all the makings of things. 105, 105, which I hope wins a Emmy. I think probably also my favorite as far as like what we I know that's kind of a cherry picking idea, but I think it came out really well. But I would say Life Death just because I am a huge Storm fan. So it would have been just fun to explore more for Forge of Storm and that union between the two of them and sitting in Storm's transformation. As she transcends her current identity to learn to be more than just a mutant and to walk the path of regular humans for a while, she shed this goddess identity. It's just interesting, right? You can spend multiple episodes. You could have stretched that for an entire season. I think it would have been interesting to explore. But yeah, at the same time, I also feel that, with keeping with the pace of the old season, we did the best we could, and I think we did a good job. We made the right choice for sure. Um, Storm and Forge got off to a rough start during X-Men 97's version of Life Death, as the former learned that the latter designed the technology used in the mutant inhibitor collars and the gun Executioner used to take away Storm's powers. The rift between them was soon overshadowed by the threat of the adversary who infected Forge. During her journey to attain a rare cactus that could cure the poison in Forge's body, Storm faced the adversary once again, but this time she overcame her fears of reawakening her powers. Yes, Executioner's neutralizer was only a temporary setback, and upon being empowered again, Sora blasts away the adversary and obtained the cactus to cure Forge, and from there the two met back up with the fellow X-Men. While X-Men 97's take on Life Death is behind us, there's still a lot more to show to look forward to, as season 2 is deep into production and season 3 is in development. While we wait for news on what awaits Storm in the game, be sure to look over the upcoming Marvel TV shows. All right, so this is and again, I understand where they're coming from because I'm not saying that it was a bad story. Not saying that. What I am saying is that the lack of Storm in this show, for that you're talking about a mega level mutant to be exited out of the show, and then basically, to me, this is just my thought, even though I like the love story, it felt kind of forced because it just came out of the blue and she just automatically fell in love with this dude, a dude who created the actual technology that temporarily took away your powers, and you just all head over heels over that because he fed you a meal. Like, I'm looking at it like there's no, or looking back at it, hindsight's 2020, but looking back at it, as much as I liked it, this is what I nitpicked. One, it needed more time. So they're absolutely correct, because the way that she got into this relationship with Forge just felt way too quick and way too forced. In the vein of just trying to tell a story, tell the story that they were trying to tell. And I get that. I most definitely get that. At the same time, when you have a story and you're trying to do all this character development, there has to be a big payoff, right? And to me, they shot the load at the beginning of the season when they show Storm, and Cyclops is like, bring the weather or whatever, or show him the forecast, whatever the line that he used, and she came and thunder was coming down and she was turning lightning or sand into glass with lightning and all of that, and used this whirlwind to destroy the Sentinels. Amazing. Then you sidelined her. You gave her this love story. Yes, she got her powers back. There was a cool scene that they kind of, when I seen where Bo DeMayo say yes, he was a big fan of Man of Steel, and they used that to be able to give Storm that, that flight sequence. Dope. But then what after that? What was she after that? The emotional support. What? Okay, yes, being emotional support, but then you get shot down by goddamn Sentinels. You know what I mean? You got shot down by a gun. Like, this is Storm. the other leader of the X-Men. We didn't even get to see her when Scott was going through all of his stuff, step up as a leader. I'd rather see that than to have her with just without her powers in dormant for damn near the whole entire season. But besides the first 2 episodes, that was this only 10. So when she came back, it was so lackluster that not even. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? They got her over here, hunching with Forge instead of letting her be who she did all of this to get her powers back. She got to walk as a human for a minute. I would go through whooping ass because she has a legitimate reason to, and she should have had a legitimate reason to question Forge in every single turn. But they made them fall in love so quick that there was no you never addressed that elephant in the room. Why do you have pictures of you? Who is this guy that you got pictures with? Besides the professor, who's this purplish looking dude? In was Yahweh cahoots? Because a real black woman would have been asking questions after questions after questions after question after question after question after question until like, damn, stop asking me so many goddamn questions. But she would have got to the bottom of who is this? Who's this purple dude? Why is he there? Why is he in these pictures? Was he part of your was he part of your a part of the military funding you was getting when you was creating all these different inventions and stuff like we never got that, right? For her to question that. You know what I mean? She just was so in love and all of this, and I gotta save you, and there was nothing after that for me to be like, you know what? I can see that, they're really doing Storm some justice. You know what I'm saying? And then when she comes back, she sucks. The one that literally was turning, with lightning turning sand in the glass, she came back, it was sucked. And she sucked. And Groovy Fee, I completely agree with you there. Bishop missing until he was there for the first 3 episodes, and then he was gone into the last episode. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. She was the black friend that gave emotional support. You know what I'm saying? And uplift all the other people in at the show. That's the way I looked at it. And I think Darius says something about Darius from Planet Fanatics, I believe, Chillmonger, and I believe Blue. They did a video, and I want to say it was Darius. I could be wrong, but she felt like the Mammy character. Like they literally regulated her to the black friend, uplift the white folks. You know what I'm saying? That she's with. And I kind of agree with that because that's how I felt. Because she got sidelined. There's no way that you give Jean Grey the Phoenix Force back and have her had a badass moment. But Storm, who literally had a badass moment at the beginning of the series, could not get another badass moment because she's an Omega level mutant. Storm ain't just when they said, they stripped her goddess away from her. Storm is an Omega level mutant. She's not to be played with. She should have been fighting Bastion and really doing Omega level mutant stuff. No, they let her get her ass kicked, and that's what pissed me off. She came back all dope. I'm all excited. They had a little pose. You know what I'm saying? Look like they getting ready to bust to have the best rap album of 97. You know what I'm saying? It came back lackluster. You know what I mean? And not only that, and not only Bishop, and then you got the whole T'Chaka thing. To me, and then let me not. Oh, I forgot. Mr. DaCosta. That ain't the way Mr. DaCosta looked anyway. You know what I'm saying? Sunspot is Afro-Brazilian. He's a black South American. And they got my man over here looking Puerto Rican. Now, again, I mean, I'm not saying that I did not enjoy the show. But if I enjoy something, if I like something, there's things that I have to dislike, and I have to point those things out. And it just seemed to me that the black people, it is the same thing, that Groovy Fee, you know, was saying. It's like the black people, you know what I mean, seem like they got sidelined in this first season. Like in Puma Lee, you're not lying. Now, again, this is a hot take. Because some people say, some people like, no, because she needed a journey and this and the other. If you watch the original X-Men series, she had plenty of those moments in the original X-Men animated series. To me, she got treated better in the original series that they did to her here. You know? Exactly. I don't even want to. I don't even want to go there, but you know what I mean. I don't even want to get that started. That's a whole nother can of worms. And to me, Eric, that's what I was expecting. What I was expecting for her to get her powers back, and she would have started whooping folks' ass. And especially you got Sentinels at cannon fodder. If she got shot down after what she did at the beginning of the season, I liked her more in the beginning of the season than I liked her in the end of the season with the whole progression. And she got her powers back. She got a new hairdo. She got a new outfit. There was originally like her John Size X-Men #1 suit. Yeah, that's all dope. But then you bring her back and you do nothing with her. What was all of that for? And that's why I think the storyline hurt Storm, because you set her up with this big arc and then she didn't do anything to like earn that. Like you took away her powers for her to get captured. There was no payoff. There was no moment, but there was a payoff after she came back that I was like, now that's Storm. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's a nitpick. There's most definitely a nitpick for me. All right, I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments. Also, they gave more time to Magneto and Rowe. They did. And Robert D said, "Get them likes up. Get them up. Get them up. Get them up." Eric Shaw, when she got her powers back, she should have been right. Exactly. Mr. YouTube 92 said the black character was done so dirty. To me, the black characters disappeared. You know what I'm saying? To me, the black characters disappeared. What's going on, Mitzigasm? What's up? What's up? What's up? I watched Assembled on Disney Plus for X-Men 97 99. Not to no mention or anything of Bo. I loved it for real, for real. There's always room for, and I'm not saying that I didn't like it. I always said it's almost perfect because who they gave the bet. If I could critique this in a way where how they did Storm, who they truly improved on and really gave depth to was Magneto. They gave Eric and Magnus Lyncher, they gave him the best arc of the whole entire series. The best arc from the beginning, from episode 2 and shit. Now, that's why I said the payoff I didn't get that payoff. You sat around, you shot her down in front of Magneto. Magneto takes the whole entire council in the damn near into space and gave the most beautiful speech. I mean, just beautiful speech. I'm like, I'm with Magneto on this one, y'all. I'm with Magneto. And then Storm comes back, dope. Her comeback was dope. And you did nothing with her after that. So I'm just supposed to ignore that part because the writing was good. No, the writing was excellent. But y'all wrote her sucky. You know what I mean? Y'all wrote her sucky. Sorry. It is what it is. Still good, but it's not good. It's still flawed. Very much flawed. Bishop, he takes He takes Nathan into the future as a baby. Get time to play. We don't see Bishop until the last episode where he's talking. Where did you come from? For one, where did you come from? Why are you there? Who are you? Because I don't know who you are. You just come and talk in the forge. Like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? And again, you know, if I could critique it, there's some things that I really, really, really liked. And I like the Magneto storyline. The Magneto was right. I'm with you. I would have been a part of the Brotherhood of Mutants. The way they wrote the character of Eric Lyncher in this particular series was amazing. You know what I mean? The animation was amazing. There's great stuff in here, but I can't ignore the obvious stuff. Your sideline Bishop for the damn series came and left, and then we don't even know how did he sneak in the back door? Did he come through a window? We don't know anything. And then what you did to Storm, and then what you did to T'Challa. And I'm supposed to just be like, wait a minute. And what you did to Sunspot. You know what I mean? I can't ignore that. I can't just be like, well, it was still good. No, it was good. But you gotta clean this part up. Some gotta be clean. You know what I mean? Evolutionary Comics said, it seems to me that Marvel is not only erasing black characters, but weaken and degrade them before they do it. That's what it is. Is Evolutionary Comics. You put up a great critique right there and a great observation, because I watched this guy's video. I'm gonna see if I can still if I can find this video. But it's a young man who talked about John Ridley's run. John Ridley, I'm saying his name, but if you don't know who this is, it's the guy who created oh but he is the one who wrote the second to last Black Panther series before Eve Ewan did. And if you know what I'm saying, who he is, then we call him He Who Shall Not Be Named. That's what we call him. Because what he did to Black Panther was egregious. And it's a black man. I'm going to show you this. And the reason why I'm keening now more on what they do to black characters in media. I got to, because if I ignore it, then I'm complacent with what they're doing to our characters. And Storm is one of my favorite characters of all time. Favorite female character, bar none, point blank, period. Favorite. I've been fan casting her for like Iman or some African model for years, since I was 12 years old. You know what I mean? And love Storm. But I'm not going to ignore what they did. Not going to ignore it. Storm's sitting right over there too. All right. Let me show you this real quick. And then you will understand why I'm on high alert. I'm just on high alert. Oh, let me get this on a full screen real quick. And show you this video real quick. Show you this. I want to get to this part. You'll understand where I'm coming from.
Now, guys, this is what the video has come to. The next run is truly the bottom of the barrel. It destroyed this brand, and it's really the inspiration for me making this video in the first place. John Ridley was given the keys to...
Hold up. Boo this man. Boo. Do I still got that? That dude, first of all, this is what I want to happen to John Ridley.
Oh, man, out your punk ass.
That's what I want to do, and this is how I felt reading that comic.
Did I just catch you having fun?
That's exactly how I felt reading He Who Shall Not Be Named, his run. Trash. You know what I mean? 1,000% garbage pail. No, 1 million quadrillion, 5 billion, big blah blah blah. Garbage pail juice. This dude sucks. This dude is garbage. 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 I said it. He won't. I will garbage what he did to Black Panther. Let me give you some of y'all that's new to Black Panther and let me show you what he did. This is the original black character that came from the civil rights movement. Look what he did to this character. It's terrible.
The Black Panther in 2021, which is actually the same year that Coast's run had ended. Now listen, guys, this may come as a surprise to you, but as much as I'm about to talk very negatively about this run, I actually don't think that it was all that bad. Don't get me.
He tripping. For one, he's tripping on that. That series sucked. That series sucked. Sorry, that series sucked.
Wrong. It is filled with character inconsistencies and self-inserts, but the actual story itself was pretty good and entertaining. I own every issue of this series, and believe it or not, I enjoy reading each issue as it came out. I think if you're someone who knows,
I don't, because I know the Black Panther character, I know what he's about, and this is trash.
Was absolutely nothing about the character of T'Challa or anything that surrounds the lore of Wakanda, you'd probably love this series. But as someone who does know a thing or two about T'Challa, this run really falls flat and it really diminishes and destroys all of the main characters in it. It's like Marvel editorial forgot why these mythos were created in the first place. Marvel has been trying to paint Wakanda almost as this neo-fascist nation in the past decade, and it's just so stupid. In John Ridley's run, we find out that T'Challa essentially had an operation called Kill Switch, which was basically his contingency plans to massacre any nation or any group of people who were to ever threaten Wakanda. T'Challa sent secret spies to every nation and even every superhero team. And if any one of them were to ever pose a threat to Wakanda, the spies were to kill everyone who were a threat. However, one of these spies, who was actually T'Challa's best friend, and his name is Jai, whom we have never, ever, ever heard of in Black Panther's 40 years of existence, but okay. Jai gets killed, and T'Challa finds out that someone knows about his contingency plans. Now, as this is happening, Wakanda is kind of slowly starting to get to the point where they don't want T'Challa, and they're starting to rotate him out of the scene. Wakanda doesn't want a king. Wakanda doesn't want a protector. It doesn't want a king. It doesn't want a Black Panther. Wakanda wants to be a democracy where everyone has a voice. But when you give everyone a voice, no one ends up having a voice. Throughout this entire series, T'Challa is vilified for wanting to be king and for wanting to protect others. Ridley,
and this is one of the reasons why we've been so protective about black characters, because the way that they did him in this comic is horrible. It's horrifying. And if they would do this to an original black character, what do you think they're doing to Storm? What do you think they're going to do to Monica Rambeau? What do you think they're going to do to Luke Cage? What do you think they're going to do to Gentle and other black characters and other black characters and Brother Vu and other black? I mean, the list goes on. So when I was reading this, I'm like, wait a minute, this is wild. I don't like this because I'm seeing the bigger picture. And because I believe that there's a mandate not to use T'Challa, and there's been a mandate to not put him back as king, because even though I like Dr. Eve Ewing's run, it was a slow burn and he never became king. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually it got boring. Sorry. You know what I mean? So
portrays T'Challa almost as this authoritarian dictator in this series when it has never been a part of his character and it's never been who he is. T'Challa is king, yes, but he's a protector. He's very selfless, and to even portray him this way is just really, really weird. I'm not going to spoil this entire series for you. I much prefer you to read it yourself.
No, don't read it yourself. That shit sucks. You're going to read it, you're going to get mad. You'll see why.
But when the Parliament of Wakanda finds out about T'Challa's contingency plans, they immediately ostracize him. These people convinced themselves that T'Challa has betrayed Wakanda and was creating chaos so that he could get more power. John Ridley, have you read a single Black Panther comic in the past? Brother, what is this? T'Challa has put his life on the line countless times for Wakanda. He has literally shown everyone that he puts Wakanda first. So for these Wakandans to even entertain the idea of T'Challa betraying them, is insane and just bad writing. But somehow it gets even worse. After they banish T'Challa from Wakanda, guess who these weirdos make the new protector of Wakanda? Namor!
When I tell you this is one of the worst comic runs of all time. The worst. And the people wonder why the comic nerds, the black comic nerds who are seeing what is going on are fucking freaking out.
Yes, the villain who has flooded Wakanda, who has killed children. Yes, Namor is the new protector of Wakanda. It's like Ridley deliberately was trying to make the fans mad by doing these insane changes. On top of that, it's not just Wakanda that hates T'Challa. The goddamn Avengers pretty much said that they're done with him as well. Once they found out that he had contingency plans to take them out, they just cut him off immediately.
Now, you know that they wouldn't do Batman like that. Because Batman got a contingency program for the Justice League, and they're like, oh, okay. All right, okay, you got a contingency plan. And they understand. They was whooping this man's ass in this comic. And this is not the way T'Challa doesn't just get his ass whooped. I'm here. Yeah, I get to it before I end this video.
And wanted nothing to do with him. And Steve even beat T'Challa to a bloody pulp because of it. But we'll get to that. Let's talk about T'Challa's personality, because that's arguably worse than how Wakanda has treated him. T'Challa is a strong, stoic, intelligent king. I'm not saying I want T'Challa to be stoic all the time. I think all well-written characters should show emotion, but this comic takes it a step too far. T'Challa is pathetic, to put it bluntly, in this series. He consistently relies on others to build him up, and he consistently has pity parties for himself. Every single issue of this series is just T'Challa self-loading. Multiple times in this series, T'Challa was things like, I'm not king. I'm not fit to be a king. I'm a traitor. Yeah, Wakanda is just up here and I'm down here. I'm just so weak. Like, bro, you're king. Shut up. As if that self-loading isn't pathetic enough. T'Challa, in multiple instances in this comic series, literally allows himself to get brutally beaten up, literally by everyone. He does nothing back to stop it. This is supposed to be the king of Wakanda, and he casually lets other grown men beat him up. Doesn't do anything back. He is portrayed as super weak and vulnerable throughout this entire series and loses almost every fight that he's in. When he fought Captain America, Cap brutalized this man, and he did nothing about it. Cap was punching him in his face and drew him on the ground like he was a baby. Now, for context, T'Challa was slightly injured in this fight. He was recovering from an injury where he got beat up before. However, an injured T'Challa still wouldn't allow this to happen, bro. That's no excuse. And then you have the Buffalo Soldier fight, which, quite frankly, Buffalo Soldier put T'Challa on life support with a bullet. T'Challa got shot and it put him in life support, and he needed to get life-saving surgery. You know how many times Batman has been shot and they did nothing to him? Come on, bro. Now, once again, there is context. This isn't a regular gun. It was imp, but that doesn't negate how this comic goes out of its way to make T'Challa seem pathetic and unworthy. T'Challa put up a better fight in a comic that wasn't even his when he fought Sam Wilson. And T'Challa's fight with Jai was the worst thing ever. Jai beat this man to a bloody pulp, and T'Challa just sat on the floor and allowed it to happen. He didn't say anything. He didn't do anything. He had a bruised face. What is going on right now? Now, when we get to his relationship with Storm, it is so freaking weird and just corny. Right?
Okay, so I'm kind of, and I'll put this in the description with in a link to the description so you can see it. Or if you want me to do a complete reaction video to this, I can. But this young guy, let me get his channel, Shine Comics, did an excellent job with this video. And to me, I can't see how you like this. Now you're seeing why I'm saying, look at what they're doing to these black characters. You literally made the guy Storm, an Omega level mutant, suck. Make her getting not after you done did all this work to boost her up, and it went out on a whimper. It was just a little fart. That was it. And then you have Bishop that is just MIA for the whole entire story. Sunspot is not Afro-Brazilian. It's not, you know what I mean? In favor to make him look like Ricky Martin with a tan. It didn't let me not even get to not know T'Challa and the T'Chaka there. I am afraid. I'm starting to lose. This is the honest to God's truth. Of in black characters, I'm losing my faith in Marvel. I'm losing my faith in Marvel with black characters because I'm starting to see like it's almost like damn, it's a writing on the wall. Like that's what I'm seeing, and I don't like it. And as a comic book fan, you know what I mean? I don't even want to. I haven't picked up my comics in a month and a half, so my comic bill is high right now. When I do go pick them up, and I want to be, I want to rather look at more of the independent black comics than this. This sucks. This sucks when you're black. This is just like it, with Asian whatever. But when you're black and you're looking for these heroes, it's a fantasy world. I want to escape into fantasy, but when the fantasy heroes get disrespected, getting their ass whooped, looking stupid, you know what I'm saying? Being lackluster, just forgettable. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feel about that? It then also they try to make old T'Challa gay in that run too. Something that he's never been. So he had more love for Ja than he had for his wife. Who wrote that? Well, we know who wrote it. We know who wrote it. But that's where I'm at, and I think that's why we're so hypersensitive right now, as far as like black nerds who have grown with this property, and you starting to see what's going on. This is something that Stan Lee would never go for. Just, you know what I mean? It was, oh, it's terrible.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right, we got to start wrapping this thing up. But what do you think about the story? Do you think I'm tripping with Storm? Do you think that the story didn't hurt Storm and elevated her? Put it in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about that. What do you also think about us as black comic book readers feeling about this agenda? This look like it's an agenda going on. Let me know about it in the comment section below. Evolutionary comments. I'll get that question real quick. Curious question. Has anyone interviewed Ridley since he wrote? I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care. There's some places he should be going. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We don't want to read John Ridley no more. Stop. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm with you. I'm starting to look at that independent. You know what I'm saying? Even though me and Eric July don't see eye to eye in some of the philosophies, I can't deny that he's but I can't deny what he did with the Riververse. I think he got sued for that too. That Isom comic, the word Isom and all of that. But I can't deny what he's doing. There's other black comic artists that's out there that's phenomenal, and I'd rather spend my money with them. You know what I mean? So yeah. So all right. Let me get out of here. Thank you, sir, guys, so very much for tuning into another episode of the Dre Max Show. Of course, everything that I'm saying here, you got a question, comment, put it in the comment section below. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe power, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Where's my... Oh, don't forget, we have the watch party Saturday. It will come up. I'm about to do it. The invitation and everything. Let's make sure that y'all tune in on Saturday too. I'm out. Peace. Let's get up out of here. I gotta go work this thing out. Something gotta happen. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and Bob Hire, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.